YouTube? It's your girl DeeDee. Welcome back to the channel. So I am back with another reaction video. Now this comes from Sheryl Underwood. She talks a little bit about dating on Club Shay Shay, and I wanted to share this because what she's saying, it makes a lot of sense, but it's not popular in today's society. But I want to get y'all thoughts on what she had to say. Do you agree or disagree with her? I want to know your thoughts in the comments below, so make sure you do that. Also, if you haven't subscribed to the channel and you like the content, it is free to subscribe. Also, hit that notification bell to be notified when I upload new content, so make sure you guys are doing that as well, and chime in. I want to hear your thoughts on this particular video, so let's go ahead and get into it. Here we go.
I'm grinding right now. The talk is off the air,
right?
But I want to take that experience to produce content, movies, unscripted, everything, TV shows. But you got to have that grind, because you're gonna get no more than you get yes.
Yes.
And people are dependent on me. My sister depends on me. My disabled sister is depending on me.
Right.
So I gotta make this work. Where does she go if something happens to me? Now, would I like to have a man by my side that helped me build and run this empire? Hell yeah. But the average man, and this is what we hear, you're intimidating. I don't know no true man, no hard-leg dude is intimidated by a 5'2" woman that talk for a living. Am I right?
No.
Okay. Why am I not right?
No, I'm not saying you're right, because he shouldn't be. Because
right.
If he has his own, why is he intimidated by what you're doing?
Listen, and this is what we hear a lot of times, that women who make more money than a man, the men tend to be intimidated by her, and men are saying no, they're not intimidated by successful women. They're more or less concerned about the attitudes that come with it, the entitlements, how you treat them. And women have this idea that if they make more, then they're the boss and they should control you and treat you funny because they're making more money. And I think that that shouldn't be. So I don't think it's that. Once again, I think she's absolutely right. I don't think men are intimidated by women who make the money. It's just women believe that a certain mentality comes with them being successful. And it's usually a negative one. You know what I'm saying? Where they feel they're in control, they're the boss, they run the household and they run the man. And that's where the downfall happens. You know what I mean? It's not that they're intimidated, it's how women think they should treat a man if they make more. Let's continue.
And he don't have to have his own. He can work at the damn gas station. I know I'm gonna get free gas and honey buns and Doritos and all kind of if my man work at the gas station.
But here's the thing.
What?
The way we were brought up is that the man takes care of the house. The woman doesn't take care of the man. I don't, probably you grew up in Arkansas, if I'm not mistaken. I grew up in Georgia.
Yes.
And every situation that I saw is that the man, my uncle, my grandfather, everybody that I knew, the man ran the house, the man took care of everything. And so to have it the flip side, I don't know, a lot of times men ego and their pride.
Well, here's what my dad told me. He said, listen, son, he said, you're gonna have a problem because a man goes to work Monday through Friday, get his check, wanna take his gal out for dinner or a movie or something and go to church on Sunday. You will be working those days. But if a man truly looks beyond that and see what we can build, young or old, what you can build with a woman by your side that understands I'm that when I'm working. When I come home, I'm going to fix the meal. I'm going to fix your plate. I don't eat before a man eat. I did not eat before my father ate. A lot of women go, you stupid as No, that's just the way I was raised.
Right. And I think a lot of modern women will have an issue with that for sure. They had an issue with fixing a man a sandwich or fixing him a meal. They're like, you get it yourself. So they didn't understand that concept. And yeah, she's right. Modern women don't see it that way, but they want a man to cater to them. So yeah, the traditional mindset is not, this generation is not with the traditional mindset because they're not traditional women. But for some odd reason, they still think a man should be traditional to them. The idea of working together is lost in this day and age. They don't understand that. They don't understand, even though they've never had it. They probably, because they never seen it. In this day and age, a lot of these women's mothers the women run the household. You know, the women are the ones who've dominated. They didn't grow up seeing what Shannon is talking about, where the fathers actually led the household. No, they watched their mother struggle and do it by themselves, and they equate that to her handling business and running the household when she made the choice to be a single mother and do it herself and then complain about it. And so now the kids grow up and say, my mother struggled, she did it by herself, as if that's some type of reward or prize to have struggled doing it by herself. And so they emulate that themselves. So they grow up thinking, I don't need a man. The men don't run the household, the women do. So women are the leaders, we're in control, so we're going to call the shots. And if they make more money, oh my God, then the man is belittled. He's looked down upon. They have no respect for the men. But they also say the men are intimidated by their success, when it's not intimidation. It's just you don't value or respect a man if he doesn't measure up to what you think he should measure up to financially, as opposed to working together. Let's continue.
Yeah. And if you are a real man, you will understand. I'm not out in these streets doing nothing. I'm not going to different cities doing nothing. What I want is a man by my side that will help me build. And that's what I'm looking for. And I think there are men out there that I think would be with me.
Right.
The only thing is, if you think that's what I am, if you think I'm argumentative because I'm so good at what I do on stage, then get to know me. That's the biggest problem. We don't get to know each other. And then I think sometimes as women, we so used to being the man and the woman in our relationship that we don't
know how to fall back and just be the woman.
There you go. And I know how to make a sandwich. You want cheese on your sandwich? What you need? What you need? I know what to do. I want to pick up the dry cleaning. I want to do what I saw my mama who raised me and who was married to my father. I want to do what they do. I want to be the wife. While I go out and slay a dragon, we back to back on slaying these dragons.
Now, it's interesting because this speaks to women who say they got to be hard and they got to be strong and they got to be all this because they work, but they don't know how to separate it. And they think that a certain type of man supposed to come in and make them feminine. So they don't know how to do a job at work, but then come home and fulfill their role as a wife at home because they feel entitled to something else. They feel entitled to not have to do, portray that role at home. They think the man is supposed to cater to them because they're choosing to go out and work, but then also complain about having to work, and they don't think that they're supposed to work and be a wife. They think that if they're going to be a wife and if they have a man, he has to take on the traditional role. But the funny thing about it, this is like a joke and a game, a rhyme and a riddle all in one, because you want a man to take care of all the bills, to take the burden off of you, so you don't have to feel masculine and you don't have to feel, like you're acting like a man, but you don't want to fulfill the traditional roles that the men are looking for. So what do you really want to do in this case? And it seems like a lot of women don't want to do anything. They feel like a man should come in and worship them and give them the most, and they just sit back and enjoy the fruits of his labor. Because they had to work hard and they wanted to be independent and built themselves up, now they need a break and now they're tired. So they want to still be able to work, but still come home to a man catering to them. So you want a man to be a housewife, cater to you, still make all the money, provide all the financial needs, do everything while you still make money, hold on to yours, and you want to be obsessed with you to do everything that you want, and you don't want to offer the things that he's looking for in a traditional woman or a wife. That's what makes it very difficult, because a lot of these women are looking for something that just doesn't exist. We've had women and men who work together and still work together. They talk about other cultures of women and men. They work together. Not every woman in other cultures is a single mom. No, a lot of these women have jobs, their husband have jobs, and they both work, and they share the responsibilities of the household. So in modern society, that is necessary these days. You're not going to find a man who's ready to just take on all of the financial load, especially how expensive everything is, when women are working too, but they don't want to spend their money. And they think you should be a 100% traditional man while they could just be modern women and just move the way they want to move. That's unrealistic. And that's the problem I think that we're facing in society these days, and why it's hard for relationships to thrive in this culture. So listen, I'm gonna leave it here. I want to know your thoughts on this particular video. What do you think about what she had to say? Comment, like, subscribe. Y'all know what it is. Chime in, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.